cheap deal is show up for my show. The way to get a really good deal is buy anything that has a link in it already anytime you want in the app, because those are only going to be available there. I hope that makes sense to everyone about the Wednesday show. It's important the Wednesday show take off. Why do I care so much? I've already written off $1 million. Okay? My business is running without the income or loss from that $1 million. It took me a year to do that. So what I'm doing is recovery losses. I'm trying to get back some of my investment. I don't want to spend time or money to do that. But if I put it in one of my shows, and my shows, not the same shows I'm doing with other topics, but I put it on the channel with my show, it should increase my channel's traffic. I've got to get 1,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping by getting some of my money back and adding it to an already growing channel. My channel's beginning to grow. People are starting to watch it and enjoy it. But like I said, I'm teaching you stuff all the time. That's boring. Doing this little selling stuff where you can get a super good deal should be exciting. So I'm hoping by combining trying to teach people how to be success, as well as giving them products that they can sell to be a success. And trust me, while I'm in there telling you about how to sell these products, I'm going to mention my websites and other stuff. So I'm trying to take and kill multiple birds with one stone. Wish me luck, guys, because I have an uphill road. It's very difficult for me to get social media engagement when I'm not social. You might think I am because of my videos. I'm communicating on a video. But when it comes to social media engagement, I used to be everywhere. I still am. Everyone knows who I am. But I don't engage anymore. I don't have time. So how can I still engage people, still do the things I want to do? I have to bring them to my resource to do that. And to do that, I'm using my shows and my websites. So I really want you guys to support KeyWebCo, guys. I'm not out here just screwing around to make as much money off of everybody as I can. Yes, I want to make money. My global store is designed to make money. But while I'm doing it, I am handing out far more than I bring in. If you were to just look at the number of websites I give away a month, your jaw would drop. I should be in a Mercedes. Seriously. So, because I don't really like charging much for the things I like doing, which is making websites, I'm using my other businesses to try to make up the slack. I spend a lot of time making websites that do not get me paid. Now, don't misunderstand me. I have contracts to get paid websites, but I'm dirt cheap. So, I have websites that I sell, so I have the resources to give all the rest of them away. You want to get a website? I don't give it away 100% free anymore. I make you join either Ecom Tips Podcast at $5 a month or above, or my Patreon group at $5 a month or above. You do that, you get a website. You also get the opportunity to join the private Helpful Tips chat, and I am real picky about who I'm letting in there. You can pay money. That don't mean you're getting into the chat. That means you get your website. But if you're a good business, you'll get into the chat as well. That chat is my undivided attention. That's why I'm real picky. I'm not trying to build the chat big. See, most of these groups, they want huge numbers and make a lot of money. I don't care. I want my chat to be all good people. I want to make my money off my other projects, not my private groups. So my group is designed a little differently. Now, I have lots of groups, guys. Most of them are mostly just kind of marketing groups. But some of them are really, really good and do get some really good engagement. So you might want to just kind of go down my pages. It will take you a week to find everything I'm involved with. Even if you go to my website, keywebco.com, that's my global store. Look at the menu. You won't get through it. If you want to go to one of my other sites, keywebco.mystrikingly.com, there's a directory in there. Most of the links are still good because I've been changing a few things. You won't get through that directory in a day. If you actually went and looked at all the sites and all the places that it leads there, you'd be there all day long. You still wouldn't get through it. So with that mammoth of a network, I can't maintain it and engage people in social media. Trust me, I could go into the e-commerce group and say, hey, I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but I'm doing a show on this day. I wouldn't get in trouble for that. I can go in any group if I want to do that pretty much. And I won't get in trouble because I'm not a spammer. People knows if Roger's coming in here and saying he's selling shit on a show and it's going to be super cheap, you have a chance to make money. I'm not doing this for profit, guys. This is lost liquidations. If I sell it, I sell it. If not, it gets donated to charity or put it in a bonfire. Okay? It's not like I'm going to share posts around trying to make me money. Now, if I went into your group and said I sell websites and put a link to buy one, I wouldn't do that. But I would possibly say, here's an article I wrote about what you can do with a website. And if you want one, you can get it from me in there. Now that, I would do. That's not directly spamming. I'm giving them valuable information. I even tell them how to make the websites that I am charging to make for them. So it's about your transparency. I need what most groups already have built up. I need representatives of my business. Like Perfect Finds For You does a great job. She is moderator, my only reliable moderator. Memphis Matt is a cop, guys. He's been a friend of mine for years. He's listed as a moderator. He makes it when he makes it. Been a friend of mine for a long time. He just wanted to be a moderator, so he got it. But the one who's doing all the work and the one that's in the credits is Perfect Finds For You. I only have one. I only really need one or two for the show in case you can't make it. What I need are agents that are on social media that are like, hey, I saw you talking about this in a group. Roger, you'll never see him in here. But go check out this blog that he wrote on it. Go check out this website. In other words, I need people to be the social content that I cannot do. I can, and I'm not very good at it. Not very polite. Very honest. That is a very difficult thing to be. Ask Jay. Yeah, Jay, I know that he always gets a few negatives on his show. I know that's got to get under his skin. Even though he acts like it doesn't matter. You know that pisses him off. I mean, it just, every time I see that, I just like, oh, when are these SOBs going to just leave him alone? He told someone the truth and they didn't like it. I'll get a few of those. Oh, I'm sure. I already had a few. If you're an honest businessman, you are going to get haters. I can't afford haters. So personally, I try not to engage anybody. I give them the information in the articles and the blogs and I talk about it in the shows, and that's it. I don't go into groups where you're seeing all the bad information, no matter how badly I want to. I don't say anything. I might make a comment, you may want to reconsider, or I might make a comment, here's a link, read this, but that's the extent of it. And again, that puts you into a confrontational mode in social media. I don't do confrontation. If you want to argue with me, go talk to the tree, because it cares more than I do. Because I know what the answers are, okay? Yeah, I didn't say you guys are going to like me. I just say you're going to benefit from what I have to say. That's why I'm not very good to grow my own social media kind of business. See, an e-commerce store, all I have to do is manipulate Google, do the tricks and coding that I know. I'll come up at the top of search and make money. I don't have to talk to anybody. But that's not the venture that I'm in now. Now it requires enormous amounts of social activity. If I was social like I used to be, I'd have 10,000 subscribers by now. My Ecom Blab show had thousands of viewers every show, and I just mentioned I was in it because at that time I was involved in a lot of groups. Well, I still know all those same people, but I don't impose on them to include me into their groups, into their networks. I could. I have several very big groups, and all I have to do is say, here, I'm doing this. But I can't maintain the social contact and network after I were to establish it. So I'm not going to go to a group and say, oh, by the way, I make websites. You sell websites here, and you talk about website development and coding. I make websites. I put that out there. But when people come to ask questions, do I have the time to answer them? No, not unless they're in my network and I actually see them. I get over 100,000 emails a day. Do I read any of them? Not one. Not one. I don't read any emails. You want my attention? You're in my global store? send me a Facebook message. I have the link right in my store. You want to communicate with me about your product? I don't sell on eBay. I don't have to be bothered with that. Call me on the damn phone. Contact me on Facebook Messenger. If you write an email, that's great. It'll get seen maybe in 10 years from now. Because I'm not going to look at it. Now, of course, that doesn't go with the email automation, marketing, and all that. That I have to look at. But if you're just sending questions in email, I may or may not see it. It's even going to suggest that you use Facebook Messenger. I'm taking out the link to even send me an email. Nobody likes email. I never look at them. I got hundreds of thousands of them coming in a day. I don't have time to filter all that. You know, if I just had one little store or something, sure. eBay was convenient because the eBay email appeared in the eBay app. My Shopify stuff just appears in regular email, so I don't use it. I say, you want to contact me? I even am setting up I haven't done it yet, but I'm doing it tomorrow. I think, no, day after tomorrow. I'm setting up, it's on my schedule. I'm setting up my email that anyone that sends me an email to the address that I use for any of my stores, it will automatically send them a reply email with the link to talk to me on Facebook. So you can write emails all day, I'll never see them. Use this link. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. I don't really care. Nobody really communicates too much on emails in the global stores, guys. That's an eBay platform thing. Because they know if they write you, they can get it from you for free if you say anything contradictory. On the global stores, they look at the price, they look what it is, they order it. If they have a question, they'll send you a message right there on the page. Chat with us. They don't bother to send you an email. Alrighty, guys. Well, it looks like my employee's jumping up and down over here. He wants something. No, I thought you were trying to get my attention. I am almost to the city, and I have been rattling on quite a while, so I'm going to let you guys go. I will not be on again, except for maybe after they drain my lungs. I might come on the video on my way home. I may do another. I have a couple other starting soon scenes that I've created. I may screw around a little bit this afternoon and go on. On the weekends I screw around. I may go on and do some more testing like I did this morning. But this time I'll make sure I do it in the office and I'm paying attention to what the audio was. Do you know I have to watch the video I did this morning? I totally spaced off the background noises and I totally spaced off my own mic. I think there's sections where I was talking, nobody could hear a thing I said. And I think there's another section that the background was so loud, probably everyone switched the channel. I won't do that again to you this afternoon. I think I am going to be kind of going live a little bit more often from my office. This is standard stuff. But from my office, I think I am going to be starting to go live a little bit. If I get enough traffic on my Wednesday show and it looks like people need more than one day, I'll do it every day of the week until all the items are gone, if it's worth my time. So, I'm telling you guys, if you see these shows, you better make sure that it's worth my time, or all that inventory will not be available for you to make money on. And we're talking my investment was $1 million. You know how I shop. I buy out whole departments of stores. I buy out bulk orders. I order, wholesale. And you're paying half of what I paid plus shipping. So if you want that opportunity, I need the traffic to warrant my time to do it. All right, guys. Well, that's my little, hey, heads up, guys. There's opportunity to make a lot of money. Now, some of this stuff, like I said, some of it's not going to make you any money online. Some of it you just get for yourself. It can be super duper cheap. So, either way you want to go, I'll take care of all of it. And I'm going to mention this one last time. Only in the live show are vintage items available for sale. They will not be put in the app ever or on my websites. Beginning in January, after the show, they go to Prairie Grade. If someone doesn't buy it at the show, then it goes into Prairie Grade. Because I'm already...
The vintage?
Vintage, all the vintage stuff. Because I don't want it on my other sites. It will mess with my business model. What I did before on Prairie Grade was totally wrong. I put the same Chinese stuff and the stuff that I'm lot liquidating. That's not going to do well on Prairie Grade. It needs to be vintage or high-end items there. A couple reasons for that. Now, you're not going to like these reasons, but it's the truth. It's not big enough to get a powerful enough Google search engine for the stuff that you're in direct competition with Amazon. eBay not yet, but yeah, eBay's still a mess. But Amazon, meaning if you're selling high volume, low cost items on Prairie Grip, you're not going to get the search engine because it's just not valuable enough on that site for Google to pick it up. But if you're selling something high-end and vintage or new and high-end and interesting, Google will pick up Prairie Grip in a heartbeat way faster than eBay. Amazon I can't speak for, but way faster than eBay. So I'm telling you, there's advantage, but you need to choose. They're going to tell you can sell anything there. That's great. It's true. But if you want success, I highly recommend that you focus on higher end items there, and definitely vintage. The more unique vintage you have, the better it is. And that's for Prairie Grip. Now, I'm not going to be screwing around with that until January. Not going to be doing that until January. But until then, you have the opportunity to buy these vintage items. And how many cabinets do we have ceiling to floor with vintage in it?
Well, some
two big ones, right?
Yeah.
What about, oh, don't forget my treasure box.
boxes.
My treasure box. We're going to be selling gold bars, silver coins, fossils. I have a treasure box of stuff that I bought when I was selling on Amazon years ago. It was all stuff that would go up in value. It all has. Some of it I will not be selling in the show, but some I will. I'll give everyone a little opportunity to make some of my old Amazon money back. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think I'll sell 3 silver bars in my show.
What's a lot?
I got lots of them. I'll sell 3 silver bars in my shows. So we're going to do that. So there's some real opportunity in what I'm doing here. But I'm telling you flat out, if I don't get the traffic, that opportunity is gone. So if you know anybody that needs stuff or just is interested in learning, either send them to my learning Tuesday and Thursday, or send them on Wednesday midday to buy stuff from me. Surely I've covered all my bases. So if you know people, help me get that traffic. That's the only way that I will ensure that I will continue what I'm doing. I don't anticipate any even real sales or anything much for a month or two. It takes that long for things to get rolling. But after a month or two, if I don't get the numbers, it's gone, guys. That's a huge opportunity that a lot of people will be missing out on, and it just makes it so I'll be doing more charitable donations and bug fires. So, I'm telling you. To me, it's worth throwing it away rather than wasting my time. If I can get people in the show to buy some of my losses and get my show some traffic, then it's worth my time. But remember, it's not about the money here, guys. It's about my time. And I'm doing this show to give you guys opportunity and get some value for myself. If either of those two things don't happen, it's over. And I won't bat an eye. I'll just sell local or burn it up. I can care less. So, that's my deal. I said, guys, you might not like me. You don't have to like me. But you do have to understand that I do know what I'm doing. Anyone that would end $1 million worth of investment because they know that it won't work knows what they're doing. But I was still an idiot. I strung that stuff along on eBay for a year. I started shutting it down a year ago because I knew. But I tried. I really did a lot of work to try to string that eBay along, knowing that the mathematics did not add up. Not for my product type or mine. So that's my story, guys. All right, guys. Well, I may be back on. I may not. I don't know. I probably will be on this afternoon, screwing around with my little show thing.
Star Wars?
No. Well, you know what? Do you want to sell a lot today?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do it in my shows. I don't want people to feel, every time I see them, I've got to log in. No, I want them to know when the items are for sale. But you know what? We may just, let's do a lot of Star Wars action figures today, just for the hell of it when I'm doing it. We have thousands. I'm going to do a lot of Star Wars action figures. So pretend if you come later this afternoon, you see me streaming, pretend you don't know I'm doing it. Go to my app, pull out the number, and I'll try to act as if I don't know you already know what I'm doing. And that's the thing. I'm trying to work out everything so it's real easy for everybody. I didn't want to make a single listing. I wanted to just send everybody a PayPal invoice. I could do that, but then I have to get your address and figure that out later and all that. That's a nightmare. I'm just going to do it in my one of my 2 stores. By the way, it's going to be Shopify during the store because I can do that on the mobile app. You know how easy it is to make listing? All you gotta do is take the
listing,
picture,
listing.
take the name, take the info out of the chat, boom, listing with the price. We're good to go.
Yeah.
They'll buy it right there in the store, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
So we're going to be using a Shopify a lot. If you're buying in the show and you want to buy it quick, we can make a Shopify listing in 10 seconds. It will be crap, and it will be gone by the next day. This is the deal. If you buy anything in my show, you have to go to the chat and you have to buy it from the link I give you once that link's in there. I will have all the links in there by the next morning. I will have fast ones if I can do that. But all those will be in there by the next morning. If you have not back to the chat message, because as soon as I give you that link, that means it just went live. That means